In this video, I'm going to talk about partial fraction decomposition. So first, what is exactly partial fraction decomposition is? To illustrate this, I'm going to give you a simple example. 2 over 3x plus 4 over 5y. So what should I do to let these two become a single fraction? So first, I'm going to multiply 2 over 3x by 5y over 5y. And multiply 4 over 5y by 3x over 3x. So we get 15xy. So we get 10y divided by 15xy plus 12x divided by 14xy. And then we get 10y plus 12x divided by 15xy. So what partial fraction decomposition allows me to do? It actually allows me to take this fraction and break it down to two fractions. So it's a reverse of combining two fractions. So simply like this. We can break down one single fraction like this one is 12x, and turn it into two fractions. So let's look at some examples. Here's a couple of questions. So the first one is 1 over 1 multiplied by 2 plus 1 over 2 multiplied by 3 plus 1 over 3 multiplied by 4 plus 1 over 4 multiplied by 5 plus 1 over 5 multiplied 6. It's kind of difficult to actually calculate this one by one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use partial fraction decomposition to solve this problem. 1 over 1 multiplied by 2, we can decompose it as 1 minus 1 over 2. And for 1 over 2 multiplied by 3, we can simply decompose it as 1 over 2 minus 1 over 3. And for 1 over 3 multiplied by 4, we can decompose it as 1 over 3 plus 1 over 4. And then we can decompose it this one and this one as 1 over 4. It's minus 1 over 4 minus 1 over 5. And 1 over 5 minus 1 over 6. And we can see that all the things in the middle, minus 1 over 4 and plus 1 over 4, minus 1 over 3 and plus 1 over 3, and all of these are disappear because they turn into 0. So we get 1 minus 1 over 6. And calculate this, we got 5 over 6, which is the answer. By using partial fraction decomposition, we can break down those complicated fractions into a single equation like this. Let me look at another example. 1 over 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 plus 1 over 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 4, and plus things like this, and plus 1 over 7 multiplied by 8 multiplied by 9. So to solve this problem, we're going to break those fractions. So how to exactly break down 1 over 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3? In this type of question, we usually takes the first two one and the last two one to make an equation. So the first one is 1 over 1 multiplied 2 and 1 over 2 multiplied by 3. So then we get 1 over 2 minus 1 over 6, which is 2 over 6. But actually this equals to 1 over 6. So what exactly goes wrong? This equation indeed is right, but we're going to multiply 1 over 2 before the equation in order to get this answer. So in order to break down this, it turns out to be 1 over 4 multiplied by 1 over 1 multiplied by 2 minus 1 over 2 multiplied by 3. And all those equations goes like that, then all the things in the middle will be disappear because they turn into 0 and gave us the first equation and the last equation, but not the full equation, although. This disappears, which gives us 1 over 4 multiplied by 1 over 1 multiplied by 2 minus 1 over 2 multiplied by 1 over 8 multiplied by 9. So calculate this, we get 1 over 4 minus 1 over, yeah, we can do this a little simpler, 1 over 2 multiplied by 1 over 2 minus 1 over 72, and calculate this, we get the answer. So the last example, the last question. 3 over 1 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 plus 5 over 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 plus 7 over 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 4 plus 9 over 4 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 4, not 4, 4, and 5, 5. So to solve this problem, we're going to also, decomposite the fraction. So 3 over 1 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 1 multiplied. So to decomposite this one, we're going to, take the first two and the last two to make an equation. So 1 over 1 multiplied by 1 minus 1 over 2 multiplied by 2. We can luckily find out this equals to 3 over 4, which is exactly the answer of this equation. So we're gonna think lucky of this 3 and 5 and 7 and 9, all those things. So because we got this and the middle ones also, and then so calculate this equation, we'll get 1 over 1 multiplied by 1 minus 1 over 2 multiplied by 2 plus 1 over 2 multiplied by 2 minus 1 over 3 multiplied by 3. And we calculate this, we can see that all the things in the middle disappears, and we eventually get 1 multiplied by 1 over 1 multiplied by 1 minus 1 over 5 multiplied by 5. So then we calculate this, we get 1 minus 1 over 25, and so the answer will be 24 over 25. And that's the answer. Partial fraction decomposition is a reverse of combining two fractions together. And to use this, we can turn some complicated equations easier. Thank you for watching. Bye.